How many minutes?
I mean, I don't know.
What? What?
Sure, I should not wear AirPods.
I will watch live and live. Are you feeling it? I watch live and live.
How does this connect?
So live and direct. No, the only watch my PC.
Where's the other one? Hi guys. All right. Just can you mute your mic? I don't know how this works, so can you just mute your mic, please? All right. I'll wait for a lot more people to join, then we'll begin. Okay, I'm not sure how this works, so. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? All right. Hi. Okay. Not bad. I wasn't expecting much of a turnout anyway. Even if we're 12, we gather in the Lord. I'm not sure this is recorded, so I don't actually know how it's going to be. So let's begin. Okay. Hold on, please. Let me. All right. What 33? Okay. The pressure. Father, in Jesus' name, Amen. All right, let's begin. So the first thing I want to actually teach you guys is please that person should mute his mic. I don't know. I think you're appearing as a guest. I don't know why it's halving the screen. I've never done a live before. So let's just let's just wing it. I'll learn afterwards because if I don't start, I'll never start. So hi guys. Basically I wanted to start this because of there are so many people I knew who've never heard anything about DeFi. They have lived their life poor, basically. They are still going to end up poor. Some may not even find money. So I was like, okay, let me just share this knowledge I had because that's how I started. I started by sharing knowledge free before I made it paid. But this time I just said, okay, let me make it free for everybody. Get the basic education you need first before you go somewhere and pull this gun. Oh my god, bad habits. So, right. So, in the beginning, there was there was the blockchain. So this feels weird talking without anybody. Who's showing me their leg like this? God, I beg. So in the beginning, there was the blockchain, and in the blockchain is basically a ledger of transactions. Now imagine how do I explain it now? Did you guys do business studies in school? How do I say it? Okay, let me accounting in business studies. Now let's say you have um you have like 10 transactions. You put it inside your little book of your ledger. You put this book 10 transactions. Okay, one transaction for day one, day two. Okay, let's say you made 10 sales today. Okay, let me do it like sales now. Let's say you made 10 sales today. You put it in your little book of so that you can record everything that has happened that day. Now imagine that book was digital. So that is what the blockchain basically represents. It's a ledger of transactions. And if it is a ledger of transactions, basically, it records every single thing. It basically controls digitally. It digitally controls data. So this data, if we're trying to relate it to crypto, the data is our transactions. I send money to you, that is a transaction. So it is basically stored in the blockchain. Every single data is our transactions. I send money to you, you send money to me, we send money to other people. Every single thing falls inside this, kept like inside the slot blockchain. Chain, chain. So like that, each of your transactions are stored in a block. Like there can be so many, depends on the blockchain. There can be so many what's it called? There can be so many how would I say there can be so many transactions in one block. Remember, it's block and there's chain. So let's move on. Basically, why why do people want to learn about this stuff? Like, what is the hype here? What's basically how do people basically earn? Because so many people come to me, okay, I know about blockchain, okay, I know about DeFi. What's next? How can I make money from it? So we'll get into that first. We'll get into that first. I'll tell you how people make money from how people make money from the blockchain necessarily. So I don't know if you'll be able to watch the video again. I've never done live before, so I don't know if it's recorded. Anyhow, if you come, you see. If you come, you don't see. No problem. So basically, if we're talking about how people earn from here, you can trade. You can okay. I don't want to jump into conclusions. Let me not confuse you first. It starts by explaining how it is. I don't think I'm relaxed. If I'm relaxed, I'll be able to explain this thing in a funny way. So it starts like this. Now, I've explained the blockchain, right? Now, imagine now that we have a banking industry. Like what DeFi is that it's changing banking, physical banking, by representing it with code. Now that code can now be represented into another form of banking. So let me explain it into a way you understand. Decentralized finance is basically saying that, oh, my finance, I'm decentralizing. I don't want it to be centralized anymore. Most people don't feel there's a problem with centralized finance because they're comfortable with it. So what you don't know, they say ignorance kills a man, but in this case, what you don't know won't kill you for now. So how do I say it now? Decentralized finance helps you become your own bank. First you have a central bank. The central bank holds all the money. Okay, they give approvals to other little banks for them to carry out their own transactions. But what if the central bank chooses to close down? What happens to your money? So that is where people said, okay, let's make it our own in our own image, like how God said, let's make man in their own his own image. So people say, okay, let's make our own type of banking where we won't be subjected to centralized finance. You won't be subjected. Who's that one making me blush now? Jesus Christ. I'm too fine. So don't mind me. So basically, like if if finance is too if they say okay, let's make finance in our own way. Let's make it nice. Let's make it let's make it decentralized. Let's not make it centralized anymore. We want to be able to carry out our own, make our own profits. The bank actually trades with your money, carries your own money that you've gone to deposit, give it to other people to loan. It loans to other people, the interest they take it. So that interest now, if you're not putting your own money in fixed deposits, you're not making money off that interest. So every single thing that a bank does, you can now do it. The risks, the trading, every single thing. So if you now see that, okay, people are now allowed to pull in it because in a bank you can now pull funds. This person can pull funds, that person can pull funds. You have now become a bank. The concept is that I will explain how people trade. So the concept is that people have now become banks. Now, people can now say, okay, since we're now banks, we can choose to give our money to somebody else or borrow money to some. We can choose to lend or borrow. So when people choose to now lend or borrow, it's like I'll off this comment if people are distracting me. Oh my gosh. So when people choose to now learn these comments, say, hey God. So when people choose to participate in this DeFi now, they say, okay, we are the users of DeFi. Want to now borrow and lend our money. That is when enterprises now come and say, okay, we that were here, we want to participate inside this form of banking. So that's when you now see people like that's when you see people like Fendi or brands like Lamborghini coming into crypto because it's another form of bank. It's another way they can make money. Another way of getting more users, getting more transactions. So it's another way of getting more transactions, getting more users, basically. So that should cover. I don't know if you guys understand it particularly. So that should cover every single thing that it involves. People want their own type of banking. Another person wants to provide this type of banking to other people. So those people that want to provide it to us that want to use DeFi, they're the ones that take on the okay. I can be somebody that will loan money to people. I can be somebody that will allow payments to people. That's not me. Oh, I'm talking of the enterprises that are in crypto. That's how you see so many protocols. They say the use case is payment. You can use it to pay for services. You can see here that one. They say the use case is by real world assets. We can combine assets that are in real life and put them on the blockchain. That is a use case. It's basically like saying that okay, this is the world. Let's say this is the world now. This is the world here. Another person, this is the real world we're in. So we now enter inside this real world like this. So we now want to enter inside this real world. And to settle in this world now, we want to As it's setting in this world now, we want to adapt. They say if you go to Rome, you need to act like the Romans. So if you come to DeFi, you need to act like a DeFi project. So people that were borrowing, let's say banks that small banks that were in real life, they now came to crypto. They now say, okay, we'll be a banking protocol. We'll be able to give you money, allow for payments. So it just is not is the same thing outside. Nothing's really changing. It's just the name. I don't know why people like to confuse themselves. They just give one kind name like this. The name just came up. Okay, they call it smart contract. Okay, they call that one. Okay, let's now go further. I think I wrote some things down, right? So I wanted to say, so basically, if you're here and you want to learn crypto, that's fine. You want to make 10 million naira from crypto, no problem. You want to make $1 million from crypto, go ahead. But the major thing you need to take note of is it's not an easy thing. I'm sure most of you would have realized that okay, you've tried this and it's worked, but somehow along the way you fell off because most of the time it's not your fault though. Because most of the time people don't have direction. When I started, I knew that I had a mentor, but there's a I don't know. There's a way you will ask a mentor a question. Your mentor can help you, but there's a way you will need. There's a type of soul searching you need to go for so that you can actually understand what it is you are doing. It's different. It's so much more. I don't know. You need to experience it. You need to keep learning. When you learn from the mentor, you start getting more and more questions, and you cannot keep asking that mentor because sometimes some people are weird, sha. So basically, I know sometimes you might have. I think I heard one experience. The experience was quite crazy. The person said they told him to join Telegram groups. Like if he joins Telegram groups, he'll just be making money. He'll just be making money like that. I say, wow. Uh-uh. Just join, just keep joining Telegram groups. You'll be making money. You'll be making money. I'm like, how? Where? So it turns out he joined, he made money, he didn't make any money, and he left crypto. So turns out, what else do you want to do? I actually don't understand when people actually do that. Okay, you are joining. Somebody told you that if you join this group, if you join 10 Telegram groups and buy their token, you will make 10x or you will make 10 times your capital. You self, you want to go and try it. Basically, in every single, I want to tell you this: the most important thing in investing, even if it's not crypto, even if it's real life business, I say buy Apple, collect money, do your research because it doesn't really take anything from you if you don't do it. Doesn't Nothing is leaving your body. So basically, if you're a newbie and you've heard about crypto and you want to so badly learn, this is the goal. This is the roadmap you should take. There are so many ways to make money here. It's not bad. It's not really hard like that. But to take time. I won't lie to you. I won't come and tell you make money in 10 minutes. It's not here. You can live this life if you want to make money in 10 minutes. But if you want to be serious and you want to learn stuff, stay with me. So basically, there are like a million ways to make money, but I'll only be diving on five. I don't know the million ways, but I wanted to use that word. So the first can be you can. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. Let me see you guys' comments. Hmm. I want to see your comments. I can't see anymore again. Hmm. Okay, I can't see comments. Wow. What's left? Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about, I want to also ask teach you guys is why are people basically interested in DeFi? Basically, for me, if you ask me, is I came here for the money. I would die here because of the money. But because DeFi is so much more than money, it's basically an innovation. And anything that follows innovation is money. Because people love to put their money where ideas are. So if somebody asks you why are you interested in this thing, you can tell them it's money, but you can also tell them I'm here for the tech. I don't know, I'm here for the tech. So you can say, okay, I'm here for the tech, I'm here for the technology. Technology is basically that is an innovation of the blockchain. It's a concept that the blockchain is held by. So anybody tells you decentralized finance, what's decentralized finance? You tell them is an innovation to you. So if we want to grow past that innovation, if we want to grow past each and every single things that we've been constrained by, we need to actually understand that first there's an innovation before the money. So regardless of how many 10x tokens you're chasing, regardless of whether you don't even know what I'm even talking about, regardless of anything, you need to know that there is an innovation here. There's something here. I won't be sitting down here, standing here with my nails like this, with my hair dyed, if I don't have money. Because that's, that's what I was trying to tell you. So, uh, basically, how do we what are the do's and don'ts in this industry? What are the things we can start with, things we can end with? What are these things basically? So, if I want to say something, I want to actually talk like a newbie. I didn't particularly plan this class the way everybody thought I would, but I just wanted to share something, and I hope you get out like you. But the English fail me, Joe. That I hope you'd gain something from. So the do's of DeFi. I remember when I started, I didn't want to place any trade. I just wanted to be watching people do their research. And you see that thing crippled my thinking for a lot of months. I could not trade. Even if I knew that this project would do well, I would never ever pick up my phone, buy that token, never. And you see, this remember when I talked about the journey you guys take? It's people don't know where they're even going. Like now, if I ask you, what do you hope to gain from DeFi? You tell me, oh, I want to make $1 million. $1 million is a good goal. Yes, fine, good and well, you can do it. But when we start to think of, okay, what happens when you hit $1 million? What is the goal after that? You don't you don't know. Nobody can tell you. You don't even know how you even make the $1 million. So most people don't like it's okay as a newbie to not understand where it is you're going. It's okay, it's fine. But now you're hearing it from me, understand where it is you're going before you start doing things that will make you go somewhere. So the plan is okay, we need to become this, we need to become that. So we need to become this, we need to become that. So if I tell you do this, do that, take note of it. I need you to get your pen and paper. So number one thing, number one do, always be conscious of your security. Remember, we are now our own bank. We need to be aware of robberies. We need to robbers, people that want to come and carry our money away, people that want to steal your money, your hard-earned money. You need to take note of your security. You need to get your security guard, your defender, your sniper, all those things. You need to get all of them. So, and to get these, you need to be very, very, very conscious of your security. You need to know the type of wallet you use. Basically, that's the most important thing because in DeFi, you need to learn how to trade to make money from DeFi. For me, as a that's how I learned. That's how I knew how to make money from make the most out of this innovation. You need to learn how to trade. And to learn how to trade, you need wallets. And for that wallet to be safe, you need to understand security. So it's a process. Wallets, security, you. So how can you what's it called? How can you make sure that your wallet is secure? Basically, for newbies, I won't want to badge you with go here, go there. Mm-mm. Download a wallet that will be conscious of your own security. Everybody says use Trust Wallet, use MetaMask because they seem easy. But I'd recommend use MetaMask, then use Rabbit. Or use MetaMask and use Instadap. I'll link them below or I'll write a thread on them maybe tomorrow to talk more about what we've talked about here today. So basically what I want to share with you now is the next do. Always, 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 always make a plan. I've said it before. If your plan is to, okay, I want to make money I want to make, let's say, $1,000, and you've never had any money before, there are different ways. First, you need to maximize on airdrops. Airdrops are I say, remember when I talked about crypto companies? Now, these crypto companies have this kind of marketing campaign where they reward early users for investing their time and for basically using their protocol before the protocol had token. Now, if you don't understand this gibberish, you will understand it. Just wait. So, the first thing these guys do is in particular, what they do is get they get people who they have a utility. Let's say me, my utility is that I want people to be farming yield on my project. Like what people can gain from my project is that they can earn interest. So when they put their money here, they get 10% yearly, they get 50% yearly, stuff like that. So it's those people now. Let's say you now want to launch your own token because sometimes DeFi projects, they call them DeFi protocols, they can launch without launching a token. You guys know Bitcoin now. Everybody knows Bitcoin. If you don't know Bitcoin, go and check Google. So I cannot start explaining Bitcoin to you. So first and foremost, the first thing you need to do is one. First thing is you need to do is make your goal. The goal is $1,000. She no problem. Now you need to divide that $1,000 into steps. What are the airdrops that you can get without putting money? Whether it's task, whether it's join this Discord, you join. That's what you should be doing for the first few months of your life. For now, there are some airdrops you can interact with, but I don't think they are free. There are some airdrops you can interact with. Find money, find one small $1, $2, put inside this place and learn how to actually use it. Because if you don't learn how to use it, everybody will say, "Oh, I made $5,000 for video." How much will I make? Oh God, my life. I've been in crypto for 5 years and I've not made $10. You see all those people on Twitter? Well, leave them. It's not here. We'll table their matter. So, Sha, what I wanted to talk about is airdrops. Now, airdrops are one way you can make money from crypto. These people reward you for your interactions. There are airdrops that span from $50,000 to 100,000, 200 per person. Dollars. Oh, so what's it called? So that's number two way. Number three way is this. I don't know if you guys have heard of affiliate marketing. If you don't know what affiliate marketing is, go and check Google. It basically means that I have something. I'm selling a product, or I have a product, and I want to get more people to use my product. So I meet you, and you meet me. You know, be like, oh, I know that you have a product. I want to help market this your product to people I know. Now, for people in crypto, it's not about the people you know, it's about the people that have money that you know. Difference, money. So the people that have money that you know are the people that you can approach. Okay, I know this protocol and they give this type of yield. Will you be interested in doing this? The person uses your link, the person invests, you take a cut. That is how you get paid without money. Simple, Sefini. You refer basically, let's say like the protocol, let's say one project now is paying, let's say I think usually they pay like $100 for some projects. They pay $100. If you get $100, you get 10 of these projects. You maximize your time. Okay, I'll meet like 10 people. I'll ask them, okay, invest in this project. Let's say only two answer me daily. I'll schedule 10 calls for the next 7 days, 10 calls every day. I'm calling people, getting on. Okay, check my calendar here. You need to be serious. It's not something you take. Like I see some people on Twitter, you just useless in your life. In the beginning, you should focus. Ah, did I just say useless? Well, you just be well. I rest my case. So, in what you want to do is you want to make the most out of every single thing that is given to you. Because when you have grown, when people have heard, oh, I know that girl, she made like $21,000 from affiliate marketing. The place will become too saturated for you. Affiliate market is not saturated now in crypto. People don't really like it because they don't have the patience enough to look for people who have money or to start booking calls and start getting on calls. Oh, please, this is the protocol. This will be better for your investment portfolio. Blah blah blah. And the thing is that this kind of things take time, so people run away from things that are not hard, that are not easy rather. So the last one is Zeely. I think you can check it, zeely.io. Zealy dot io. So if you check these guys, it's also like an affiliate company, but instead of the project paying you, it's Zeely that will not pay you because they've paid Zeely for campaigns. Just like just like an Uber app now. Uber has drivers. You are the users. Zeally has people who are looking for people who will invest. So you that you want to help them find people that will invest. If you bring projects, they will pay you. So those are other ways for you to make money here. So the goal is not just making money. Remember, that's like the it's like 10% of the race. It's not even 10%, it's like 3%. So if we're doing this, we have 3% out of 100. What are the next steps? The next step is you are gathering money. I forgot one thing. You need to teach. So many people forget that you can actually monetize your skill. A lot of people frown upon people that, oh, she's teaching, she made her money from teaching, and so what? If you make your money from teaching, and so what? It means that you've been able to impact somebody's life positively. So if you're doing that, then you're able to impact somebody's life. And why not go and make money from your skill? You learnt it. Let's say you learnt it from this live now. You went ahead to do your research, watch YouTube videos, read threads on Twitter. You can now trade. You know that you can trade. You've seen your research go well. We'll talk about research after all this. So you've seen your research go well. Go ahead and teach people. Me, I don't mind though. So many people are doing it. So many the most important thing is that it's not like you're carrying false information. I wouldn't recommend you teach when you don't know what you are doing. You can teach people the basics. Okay, this is how to place a trade, this is how to buy, this is how to sell, this is how to find do fundamental analysis, do on-chain analysis, but you cannot trade because you don't have money. That is your only constraint. You can teach. But if you have money, or let's say you don't have money and you don't have skill, you now open class, you now say, okay, I want to teach people DeFi. Sorry for you. Sorry. You will not make it in life anywhere at all. So uh what's the next thing we're going to talk about? So that's like I've talked about 5 ways now. So airdrops, Zeely, affiliate marketing, teaching, and one last one. I think, yeah, I'll talk about jobs. You see, this affiliate marketing too is a job. These jobs, they call it crypto jobs. I don't know, it's like normal Web3 jobs, normal Web2 job where you go and you give interview. Okay, sir, this is my interview. This is my CV. Help me, give me a job for this is the skills I have gotten into. But people who are in crypto are people who are young. Like I heard somebody 15 years old is already making $1 million from crypto. How? So if these guys are making this amount of money, but you've not been able to gather experience, just like they say, I won't tell you what they say. So Um, these people have been able to gather money and make money, but how did they do it? They got jobs. This is another way you can make money if you don't have experience. But the most important thing is that you're getting this knowledge and you're putting it into these jobs for use. Affiliate marketing is a marketing skill. Is a skill. You need a skill to get a job. So what are the skills you need and what are the jobs you need? That's not for this class. This class is just to brush up on basics. I'm not here to teach you that okay, do this left, right, step one, step two. No. Just here to brush up on so that you have a general idea that it's possible. You want me to show you my wallet? Well, nobody's answering, so I can't see any comments. I don't know why it's stopped. So what's it called? Okay. What next? What next do I have to talk about? So how do we begin? What do we begin with? We want to learn how to trade, right? After we've made this money from all these apps, we've been able to gather $100. Some people will gather the $100, they will run away from crypto. That's fine. But I'm talking to the people who want to remain here for time. If you don't want to remain here and you're okay with learning about airdrops, you can go and do your research on YouTube. YouTube will teach you bastardly. So if you don't want to stop there, if you don't want your bus stop to be there, follow me. So basically, how do you begin? What do we begin with? What are the things we need? What are the apps? What are the tools? So remember when I was talking about MetaMask? For people who were confused, I also address one thing. For people who already know about DeFi or want to further their knowledge, basics brushing too. I also talk about that. So how do you begin? You begin with the wallets we can use basically. So because it's a financial because every single thing needs a software. Now everything has a website, right? If you are a project, you have a website. Even Apple has its own website. Not Apple like you eat or Apple the product has a website. Lamborghini has a website. So if you're a DeFi project, you need to have a website first so that people can connect and interact with your project. So they call these guys dApps, decentralized apps, D then apps. I don't know who formed that thing. Like I said, crypto does weird things. They cannot call it apps, they want to call it dApps. So we'll call it dApps from now on. So dApps can be protocols that have see anything that has website in crypto is dApp. I just let me simplify it like that for you. Anything that has a website is a dApp. So any access tell anybody I'm the one that said it. Anything that has website is a dApp. So basically in that in every single website that you have, how would I say it now? What was I even saying? So these what are the recommended apps you need to have in Web3? One, you need a centralized exchange. When you get a centralized exchange, I don't know, like most people don't recommend it, but I say it's very, very important. Please can you mute your mic? So every single thing that you use in crypto, you need a centralized app to get money. Because centralized apps are the ones that are closest to banks. How should I say it? These centralized apps are they own your keys, but in decentralized apps, they don't own your keys. These guys, please can you mute your mic or off your whatever? So the person is streaming with me. So that's who I'm talking to. So in the beginning, what you do is you need to have a wallet, a choosing wallet. It can be MetaMask, it can be Trust Wallet, it can be for beginners. Just choose something you're good with. For the centralized app, that is to change your normal currency into crypto. Decentralized apps don't have that yet because you need some sort of they need all your details. And for something to be decentralized, it needs to have a level of anonymity so that they can't just pick your wallet and say, okay, you. You have too much money, we'll remove you from this platform. No, they don't want to do it like that. So I don't think I think that's why we haven't yet come to the point where decentralized apps get can convert your base currency into crypto. So first, you need a centralized app. Can be Binance, can be Mexi, can be Gates. You can check these on what's it called, Google. Download these apps on App Store. Find out how to use them. Go to YouTube. Check out, okay, how can I convert my naira or my dollar? For people who use dollar, I think Coinbase is the best. I'm not really conversant with Binance. I don't live in the UK. I don't live in the US. I'm here in Africa, Nigeria. Thank you very much. So basically, when you have this centralized exchange and you're able to convert your fiat currency into cryptocurrency, then you can now begin. You can now convert that stuff into what's it called? Into your Web3 wallet, which is the MetaMask. It can be Rabby. Rabby is Rabby. Rabby.io. I think that's the link. Is a DApp too, but I think you connect it with your wallet. I've never used it, so I don't know. But I know that there's something better. I know that there's a wallet that's better for cryptocurrency. So after wallets, we'll talk about when you start to use these wallets, what exactly do you want to, how does it look like? How is it, how would I say it? In the coming weeks, I think I have every single thing on my channel here. So if you're confused, everything you need to learn about basic DeFi is on my channel. You can check all the videos. I've explained everything there. How your wallet will look like, how to store your seed phrase, how to know that you're never to give your seed phrase to anybody, how to know that you're not to lose your seed phrase, how to know that you're not to copy your seed phrase and paste it in your, let's say, your notes app. That's a very bad idea. Don't do that. Write it in a paper, store it in a file, keep that file for in a place that you always remember and a place that cannot burn. Keep write it in different places so that you know that even if you don't have money there, let's say you somehow you blow, you have money now, you put it in that wallet, a scammer will now look, oh, I know where this person kept their seed phrase. They will not steal your money. Be careful, mind yourself. So that you don't have any cause to say, had I know. I like the one I'm just putting all these phrases there. So next thing we need to know is now that you know the wallet you are to use, how can you make this money? How can you say, okay, my $50 turned to $1,000? That one. How can you know that now? How can you say, okay, my $50 went from I put it here, it entered here. What exactly are you putting this $50 in? So remember I said DeFi projects come into crypto and settle here. Remember I did that thing now. If you were not here, I did one thing where this is the normal world. This is the DeFi world. They enter. This one finds out how to stay in the DeFi world. But there are also some people who are already in the DeFi world that say, okay, I want to just create projects. Let me just create projects. So these guys, when they create a project, they give it a utility. They pack it under these utilities. Now, if you want to find out how many categories there are in DeFi, you can go to what's it called? You can go to coingecko.com or you can go to defilama.com. DeFi Llama as in DeFiLlama.com. And you can go to CoinGecko, CoinGecko. Everything is on my channel. You can find everything there. Please, can you mute your mic? So, can you mute your mic, please?
Yeah, the benedict.
So, thank you.
Just put me the
Can
class.
you please mute your mic? Hey, God. If I know how to do this YouTube thing, some people I will remove them from this
Because
place.
it's low.
What is this person problem by?
Sorry.
Hello, mute your mic. So, what do we say now? So I've removed the person. He was causing, was making noise, too much noise, and noise used to distract me. So what is next? How can we make that $50 to 1,000? Remember I talked about these people now. These people want to create projects. Now these projects, they list it and they list this project, and when they list this project, the project automatically has a coin. Now there are different ways to launch a project. Some people launch a project with pre-sales. They call them initial coin offerings. You're offering those coins to a centralized exchange. Remember, I said something like six centralized exchanges. Now, these centralized exchanges own your coins. Decentralized exchanges are also dApps. They have websites, but their main purpose is to be an exchange to allow you swap tokens in one blockchain. Soon I won't be able to explain things where I say, okay, you need to know this blockchain, you need to know this thing. No. So for the major utility, the major is like the most common protocol is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. So people use this decentralized exchange. Okay, the decentral is a it has a decent let's say it's the first decentralized exchange in that blockchain. There are different types of blockchains. There are different types and there are different examples. The examples of these blockchains are Ethereum. Everybody knows Ethereum. Ethereum is also a blockchain. There is Binance, it's also a blockchain. Avalanche, Phantom, Days, Optimism. So many blockchains, but they are under different subsets. I won't get into the nitty gritty of that right now because I won't get into the nitty gritty of that right now because it's how would I say this can you just mute your mic for me for now. I don't know if you know how to do it, but just please help me. So I think I need to stop talking. So my throat is already paining me. Okay, so basically, so what will I end this with? Now there are different ways for us to make money. So we need to understand the concept of blockchains. We need to understand that okay, this DEX is under here. So remember in the beginning when I talked about blockchains, there are ledgers of transactions. Now there can be like 10 blockchains. And under these 10 blockchains, this 10 blockchain can have other 10 transactions. Each, let's say that they are now 100 transactions. But now we want to operate on one blockchain. And each of these categories, remember there's lending and borrowing, there's exchanges, there's payments, all those guys, they can fall under each of these blockchains. They can say, oh, I don't want to create on Binance blockchain, I want to create on Ethereum. They fall under. That's why we can have so many DEXs. They can even have more than one DEX, decentralized exchange, under one blockchain. So that's why it is very, very important if you want to trade tokens, you need to know DEXs that are available. So now that we understand DEXs, let's move on to which DEXs do we need for each blockchain. Now, the most tradable blockchains now, the blockchains with volume that are happening, it's not more Binance. Before it was Binance. I want you guys to actually think about this and look at it. Before this was happening, this was the happening blockchain. Please, can you mute your mic? Before this was the happening blockchain. Who is this guy now that wants to spoil my show? So before Binance was the happening blockchain, before Ethereum happened was the happening blockchain. So what next? Now Base is the happening blockchain. What's happening? What's going on in the industry? So I want you guys to actually think of it and say, okay, what happened that was this was what was reigning at that time, and what happened that I think I'll have to remove him. What happened that this was the reigning blockchain at this time, and what happened that this was the reigning blockchain at that time? So, what caused it? I want you guys to actually think of this because when you think of this, that's what will actually make you money. Because there's always a first mover, and people that are first movers are the first people to eat, the first people to make money. So, That's one thing you also need to take note of. Now, by the time you take note of dexes, you also need to take note of strategies that have patterns that used to make people money. That will be the last and final thing we'll talk about. So next, we're going to know that now that we already know dexes now, let's say for the Ethereum blockchain, the most popular dex is Uniswap. If it's not Uniswap, it is Sushi Swap. Uni as in university. Uniswap.com. No, it's not .com. It's app.uniswap.org. org. So when you go into this website, you connect this website to your wallet. It doesn't need to connect to your browser. For people who use laptops, you can add them as an extension. You can add your wallet as an extension and connect it to your wallet. It's very complex, but just watch the videos. You see everything there. Anything you want is there. I put everything I understood for newbies there. So basically, every single thing I'm teaching you here is not the advanced part of DeFi. There are advanced stages that you also need to take note of and say, okay, yes, this is what I need to take note of to understand this particular thing in this particular time. And there's something I want to even tell you. You might not know anything I'm talking about now. In fact, it might seem very, very confusing to you. Just enter this place, okay. I know that there's something here that I want to learn, but I don't really understand it. Now, you're not meant to understand it. I'm not saying it's hard to understand. I'm saying you're not meant to understand. There are sometimes that you need to grow so that something you learned in the past can make sense to you in the future. Note that down. Sometimes some things may not make sense now, but when you keep growing, let's say you know that your journey is like an indicator of your growth. So it's like an indicator of your growth, and you say that okay, this is how I know I'm growing because the thing I didn't understand before, I understand it better now. So if you don't understand this, no problem. If some things I will talk about in my next live videos, you don't understand it, no problem. It means that so one day you understand them and you definitely know that you are growing. So what how do we make this $50 to 10,000? So these people create projects. Now these projects launch with coins. Now let's say you find that project now. Let's say the project is already trading at $5. Let's say you buy that project. You don't buy it because somebody told you, buy this token. This token will do well. That's not why we buy. I'll tell you why we buy tokens. So after this, let's say you buy it at $5. So you buy with you have like $10. You're not really looking to spend too much money. You cultivated that money, just okay, let me use $10 and ape this coin. Basically, for people who are starting, who don't have any money, it's recommended you use high leverage trades. How do I say high leverage trades? Is that the word? How do I say it? Shit coins. These are projects that these are there are things that can make you money fast. How that yeah, that's the word. They can make you money in the least amount of time possible. So that's what is recommended for you to learn how to do. But you need to know how to do your research on them so that you don't lose your money. Because when you start losing money, you become discouraged. And nobody wants to be discouraged. I don't want to keep losing money every single time I want to trade. Doesn't really make sense, right? So what we need to do is we need to perfect the way we see these things. So you buy at $5 with $10 worth of your money. Now that $10 now goes to $50. It means that $5 or that is worth of that token, that $5 is now at 25. If your money goes times five, it means that the price has gone times five. Take note of that. It's a very, very simple explanation. When you understand tokenomics, you understand this better. So know that now. If my money goes times five, means the price has gone times five. So what can make price go times five? That is what you should be thinking of before you even buy. Like, how can this money go times five? How can this money even go times five in this type of project? So there are different methods, different ways you do research. Find that in my channel, it's there. You can find all the videos you want to find in that place. So what I want you to do is always take note of these things. If you're a newbie, it's very, very easy to get lost. It's okay to get lost. But the moment you start getting lost, ask somebody question. Hey, I'm lost. Oh, I can't understand this thing. This is what they told me about this thing, but it's not working out for me. Ask somebody, my friend, please do yourself a favor and don't be stuck in a limbo. Some people will just be stuck in one place. They will never ever ask questions. They'll be like, I can do it on my own. Don't be them. Oh. They don't make money. They are the ones that say, I've been 5 years in crypto. Crypto made me lose my money. I lost $5,000 in this year. I lost. So how do I end this class? How did I say I was going to end it? So there are different methods, different ways to identify projects that will do well. We can call this method of research fundamentals. Fundamentals of research can be the basic things you know. Now, imagine somebody is lying to you and you want to find out whether that person is lying to you. The person now tells you another thing. Let's say the person says, let's go to the stream to fetch water. I don't know whether you fetch water in stream. I don't fetch water in stream, but I just wanted to use the example. So this person says, let's go to the stream to fetch water. So the first time you guys went, the person pushed you inside the stream. So you now say, never again will I ever go with this person. So now imagine crypto, always imagine that somebody is lying to you. If somebody tells you, okay, this is a project that has done this, verify. That is the only thing I need you to do. Verify. Always check. Is he right? Is he wrong? Is he saying the truth? Is he correct? That's what you need to take note of. So it's very, very important that you do that. Because if you don't do that, what else will even convince you? So you need to have a pessimistic mindset. Don't always be optimistic. Oh, I believe in my heart of hearts that this project will do well. Everybody is saying it to do well. Even my friend, my best friend cannot. Your best friend can lie to you in crypto. It's like player versus player. Everybody wants to eat everybody. So always believe that somebody is lying to you. So you need to always verify. How can you verify? What are you verifying on? Is the team doxed? Docs means are they not anonymous? Like they are showing their face. Sometimes even that one is not enough. There are so many things you need to take account of. Okay, what projects have they created in the past? That is a fundamental thing. What projects have they created in the past? Have those projects done well? If they have not done well, that's a red flag. You saw the red flag. Don't ignore it. So that's a red flag. So if the project has not done well, let's say the person didn't have enough connections, that can also be a half red flag, half red, half green. You want to give him the benefit of that he's going to find more investors within a matter of days, oh, not 10 months. No. So you want to also be conscious of the fact that, okay, the tokenomics need to be sound. Is the supply good? You need to know all these things. I've mentioned in my channel. Go and check. So you know how to do research from my channel, but then you know how to do research. Patterns for good trades will just keep coming to you like this. They keep coming to you. So if you want to learn how to trade, you need to learn how to use tools. Tools, you also learn about them in my channel. So they make research easy for you. Let's say all this team you want to find. You want to find who created this project, how successful it was. You need a tool. You want to find out if this project is healthy. You need a tool. You want to find out if this project can do well. Or let's say you're trading shit coins. You want to find out if the project is a scam or if they will rug pull, if they will remove the liquidity. Liquidity means that liquidity means that the ability for you to trade is a money that somebody puts there. Okay, this is the ability for them to trade. Oh, let them trade under this layer of liquidity. Let's say it's $5,000. The ability for you to trade is within that $5,000. So if they remove that $5,000, you won't be able to trade. Let's say you buy, you won't be able to sell. So that's what it means. So you don't want to buy a token and they will remove your ability to trade. So you need to also take note of that. You also need to take note of friends, people you meet. I saw this project. Is it correct? Is it good? What do you think about it? What is on-chain saying? You also need to know on-chain analysis. I didn't talk about on-chain analysis in my channel, so I'll talk about that briefly. Remember when I said the blockchain is a ledger of transactions? Now in the blockchain, imagine you could see my own wallet transacting with another wallet. So let's say me now I've made $100,000. I have 100,000 in my wallet, and I have a very, very good win rate. Like projects I usually enter, usually do 10x, 20x. You take note of my wallet. Next time you see my wallet taking a trade, follow me. That's a way to take note. That's a way to make money from on-chain analysis. So I hope you're understanding. So I think I'm just going to end my live here. I wanted to ask questions, but I can't see any comments. I wanted to see that though. So bye guys.